What's up, Soulmates family? It's your boy P here, the owner of Soulmates, located in Seattle, Washington, and we are here with the Authenticating 101 sneaker. So, we're gonna do a GR, Jordan 1 Mocha, general release, nothing special. I'm gonna teach you the basics, how to authenticate Jordan 1 general release, basic information. It'll be pretty good. If you get this down, you should be all right. All right, so first, let's start with the Blacklight Test, okay? Usually I do the Blacklight Test last. There's a few things that I go over, but I realize that a lot of people use this more so than I do because I might be a little more experienced than some people. All right, so what you wanna look for is you wanna look for these invisible lines. So it's like invisible ink. If you ever been to like maybe a nightclub or anything like that, they give you these stamps, they check it under the black light and you can see it. And they use these like hidden lines to kind of line up where the swoosh or where they're supposed to sew everything because they don't have it pinpoint accurate like Nike does. And so a lot of times if you use a black light to go over it, then you'll be able to use it. Now, one thing you always want to look for, typically Jordan 1s with regular white stitching, they're gonna glow. This stitching is not gonna glow because it's more of a sail or that kind of creamish color, and that should not glow. But if it's just regular white stitching, you should see the stitching glow. So it's good that you don't see it glow. Here, you'll see shoe glue. So that's typical. Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, just Jordans in general, you should see shoe glue. They're not gonna be perfect, okay? So, let's move on to the back of the shoe. Now this is going to have the hourglass frame. This is going to have the hourglass frame. So you're going to see how it's shaped, goes in, comes out. That's what you want to see for a Jordan 1. That hourglass. If it's not looking like that, then it's kind of sketchy. The side of the shoe. The rear end kind of curves a little bit, and if you were to sit it down, it kind of curves in the front, so almost like a boat. It's kind of shaped like a foot in how a person walks, right? When you put your foot out like this, and then when you come out. So we walk in this type of pattern. So that's kind of how the shoe is. That's how the shoe is shaped. You shouldn't get a shoe that's just straight flat. Typically, they're not like that. All right. Let's go into the inside of the shoe. Right now, I want to get into this little tag. You should see a men's size and then a number. And it's going to be black and white cutoff with a circle. You should be able to see that on all of the sneakers. You can easily remove these, take them out, put them inside the box. If you leave them in, it kind of rubs off and smears off. And then you're going to see a Nike symbol, right? With the swoosh and Air at the bottom, and then it's gonna have the R right below the N and the E to the right of R to the right of the E. So you're typically gonna see that in all Nike Air soles. Nothing spectacular. But one thing you definitely wanna look for is once you take out the insole is the stitching and the tape. This tape is more of it's not like a regular white and it's not too yellow. But it's kind of like a sail kind of color. Sometimes it's thin, sometimes it's thick. You don't really want to get caught up on size as much, but the stitching should bring the sole and the shoe together. And it's going to be stitched all the way around. So it's typically going to start here, go around, come all the way around and end here. And then it's going to have 4 strings, right? 2 of one color and then 2 of another color, typically is what they do. And then it's going to be taped down. Then the insole, the bottom of the insole, typically should be sticky. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're blue, sometimes I've even seen black. But for the most part, they are typically sticky, sometimes not so much. And then, of course, that stitching. It should be solid stitching, but then at some point it should overlap and cross one another. And that's what you should see on the insole. And we will point that out for you guys. Now, let's get into the size tag inside the shoe, okay? So if you look here, you will see UPC and then a set of numbers, right? Now let's go to the box. Look on the box. You're going to see a set of numbers down here. This is the UPC code. So typically, the first set of numbers might stay the same on all Jordans, right? It might vary a little bit, but it's a 6-digit number that you want to look for. So typically, if you block out the last 2 and then block out the first, I think it's 6, then you'll see a series of numbers. And we'll highlight that in the video for you to see. Now, all size 11 Mochas are going to have that same 6 digits. So on the UPC, should match the box, and it should match all other size Jordan 11s for Mochas. So here we see 335154. So if you have a Jordan 11 Mocha, you should check it right now, and it should match. Then you go here, and you're going to see 335154. All right? That is going to match all Jordan 11 size Mocha. Once you get to 10.5, all those numbers should match. Size 10, all those numbers should match. So on and so forth, and that's for any Jordan 1. Every size should match. All right? So now, let's get into the label. This label right here, you're going to, if you feel it, you're going to feel somewhat of a, how can I put this? A pimple. Yeah, that's right. It's a pimple. If you feel that, it's going to be typically somewhere in between the USA. Sometimes it's by the A, sometimes it's by the numbers, by the U, but it's typically within this frame right here. So you always want to watch for that. Make sure you're paying close attention for that. Make sure that pimple is there, okay? And then let's get into the YDM sticker. So, all Mocha 1s came with YDM stickers. Now, all Jordan 1s don't come with YDM stickers. All Nikes don't come with YDM stickers. Some do and some don't. So if you don't have it, it doesn't mean it's fake. And if you do have it, it doesn't mean it's real. But you do want to learn how to be able to read the YDM sticker. So, one thing you want to look for is the gloss. It should be a glossy type of finish on the sticker. Not just a really matte, plain type of sticker, but it should have this glossy coat over it that should have a slight shine to it. Sometimes the stickers are more of a prominent white, sometimes they're a little bit more see-through, but they should always have that glossy coat finish. And then if you look, it should have lines in the sticker, or embrasions, if you will. So all those lines should be facing the same way. Right? So we'll give you a close-up of this sticker, and you'll notice how all of the lines are facing in the same direction, and they're kind of offset, right? Kind of how you see bricks laying in houses, how you're gonna have one brick here, brick here, and then one on top of it. It's gonna be just like that throughout the entire sticker, and it's gonna be consistent. They're not gonna be lopsided, they're not gonna be off, it's gonna be very consistent. So, that is just very basic information on how to authenticate a Jordan 1 GR general release. If you don't know what GR stands for, if you use that information, you should be pretty good. Let us know in the video, what do you like about the video, what do you not like about the video, how has this helped you, and let me know what you would like to see next. Yeah, we are here at Soulmates in Capitol Hill, Seattle, Washington. You know, we can do mochas, we could do fragments, we could do off-whites. I mean, we have Chicagos, we have all types of stuff that we could do. Let us know if you want us to do general release 4s, whatever it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment below of what sneaker you would like to see us do next. Peace.